it don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, today is January 22nd, 2022. It is 4:34 a.m. Wow, my mic was giving some problem. Luckily, I checked because yesterday I recorded one of the videos for like 30 minutes, about 30 minutes, and it's when I was done and I saw the microphone was not on. But the light was showing green light that I'm recording, but the computer was not receiving it. And the same thing almost happened to me this morning. So I was trying to fix it. So I have some stuff to share with you. I probably will have 2 videos as well today. One for this channel and another one for APU Team Sussex, APTS, APU Team Sussex. So, okay, 1,636 subscribers. Any new subscribers, welcome. And by the way, keep checking your subscription, because this week I think YouTube have removed some subscribers from my channel. So keep checking. And for anyone who is new, I have another channel, it's a backup. But the backup, I've been using it lately to do to share more like political things about Andrew, for instance, his lawsuit, the Maxwell case, and sometimes a little bit of everything. But on this channel I try to keep it focused on Harry and Meghan. Okay, so let's go on Twitter, see what's going on.
Resistance.
this? I don't think I bookmarked this, but I just responded to it. Someone shared that a few minutes ago, and I responded to it. It's saying that these are some hate accounts that usually deal with, just put nonsense, spew nonsense about Harry and Meghan. So the squad are letting each other know this is what this about. And I think I added to it. There's this. I added these. You might see in some videos when I come across them. Their comments looks very suspicious. So I usually copy their profile name, whatever name they are, and then I paste it somewhere. And then when I see the squad put something like this, then I add it to it. Very rarely I create my own tweets, original tweets to share this thing. So when I saw this, I added to it. You see, 9 minutes ago. Okay, so there's been responded to add to your list. Here are some I came across. Their comments were suspicious. Use your judgment, and there they are. Okay, so many with black avatar now, shaking my head. They have also deployed some, quote, Kate parody, end quote, wants to make us look like the derangers. Okay, wonder why they've been let loose now. There's, all right, so that's pretty much that's it. The digital blackface is out of control. All right, let's go to the ones that I bookmarked this morning. Oh, actually since yesterday. All right, there's this. This one I shared on my community board. You should know about it. And I did say at some point you will come across it on some of my videos. All right, David, let's see if I show you. I don't want to waste time, but just to show you.
There, and now it's time to...
It's on my community board. There it is. All right, I wrote, okay, good morning, y'all. How's your Friday going? I thought I shared this ASAP. Meanwhile, let me go have a word with YouTube to find out why these videos are not monetized. So this is something else I was dealing with yesterday, but this is it on my community board. I did share that with you. So here it is now. All right, so we have here, loving this journey for the royal family. The Queen's Edinburgh Palace has been sprayed with the word, quote, pedo home, end quote. All right, so Queen's Scottish home vandalized with pedo graffiti as police launch probe. Photos taken yesterday morning show Her Majesty's Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh behind an outer wall dubbed with graffiti reading, quote, pedo home, end quote, and, quote, burn Tory scum, end quote. So they only show the part where pedo home. I didn't see the one with burn Tory scum. All right, so there's the squad comment here. All is well with the world, shaping up nicely as it should be. Okay, I'll allow it. Okay, just wait until Tempon is monarch. The more references to, quote, His Majesty's Palace we see, the sooner that ghoulish monarchy will be abolished. Believe me, at some point they will find a way to get back into it, because I'm pretty sure I don't want to say because I can back it up. Let me not say it because, like I said, I can back it up. Okay, ghoulish monarchy will be abolished. Charles does not have the same gravitas as his mom, and she's been resisting on her laurels for decades already. So, okay, abolish the monarchy. So they've been against them for a while, but she keep on holding on. She find a way to maintain relevant. Okay, so no wonder why those tabloid, whenever there's an issue, they always show, oh, poor the queen, we're hurting the queen's feeling and all of that. So they know what's up. But now, once she's gone, nobody give a damn about the others, because they've been showing themselves how, how do you call this, privileged they are. And then they're rubbing on people's face. Especially what just happened to Harry and Meghan. Phew, little did I know before. I used to think it's the whole UK who were like the tabloid, but when I look deeper, they're not. And then when you look at the political aspect of things, there's a lot of people who are fighting. The real journalists, like Byline people are fighting, and David Allen Green, there's one of them that I follow. There's another one, I usually share his articles with you. I forgot his name. They are fighting. Okay, what other investigating? Did the graffiti lie? I didn't read some of the comments. The graffiti is accused big bullying as it by racial graffiti, so investigation is underway. All right, LOL, why do I have no problem with this? It's about time people call them out. Let's go to this that had 3 comments. Oh, people just laughing. Okay, oh my, this reason of the crown is incredible, captivating. Season of the crown. Oh, look at his t-shirt. That's nice. All right, people just laughing. It's a wonderful day. Oh yes, it's wonderful day. And the taxpayers' money will repair the damage. Yeah, that's for sure. Oh my God, people's putting all sort of stuff. Okay, they need to launch a pedo probe. Pun fully intended. That's a good one. Okay, all facts, no printer. I see no crime here. Okay, I concur. There's a thumb up. I can see people turning their backs on these people in the not so distant future. People just laughing. No lies were told. Okay, it is what it is. There's that. Oh man, they are ruined by him. This is a stain on that family for ages. Look, they know. This is why they quickly made the Met Police do investigation to clear their name. Okay, this is how quickly they did that. When, how do you call this? Virginia Giuffre filed her suit against him. For some of you who are new, like I said on my other channel, I discussed this. I have videos about Virginia's case, and yeah, just go check it out. Okay. And the thing is that on Virginia's case, she said she'd been trying to get in touch with Andrew, I guess, to pretty much whatever the thing, the mental anguish that she was having, the mental health, she just wanted to settle it straight. But instead, the guy was running and at the same time was smearing her name, and, you know, with the help of the tabloid, smearing her name. So she had no choice but to file it. And then quickly what the Queen did, you know, this fake investigation with the Met Police, and then it didn't take too long because, from my understanding, the bullying thing with Meghan was investigating way before the Andrew case thing, okay, to see if he violates some stuff, whatever they did in the UK, okay. That investigation with pedo Andy pretty much came first before bullying of the investigation for Meghan. I hope I explained it correctly. So, and then the result of that from the Met Police is that pretty much he didn't do anything wrong. All right, so they quickly did that to clear their name. Little did they know, I mean, I don't know if they thought that because the Met Police said everything is clean, that the US will go with it. But the thing continued. All right, and then that's when he started coming out with all of the BS that he never met her. Well, that was before, I think, from the BBC. And then we start saying where his excuse was that he's under the 2009 agreement that, what's his name, Epstein was in. All right, so that argument itself already said that he's pretty much did what Virginia had accused him for. And then when the judge looked into the process to see if the case should move forward, and then there was a long discussion that the judge did, pretty much said, you know, I can't do anything what was written. Your name is not there. They never mentioned your name. They just said royalty. So, and then when I went over it, and and the term royalty, there's 2 of them that I sort of mentioned, you know, not accused, but suggested, or perhaps, because it been reported, was it Anne's, not Anne, who's that, Margaret's son, okay, and one of the videos that I have on this channel was in some, was it a black book of Maxwell, and then we have, you know, which we know of Andy, who's been accused by Virginia, and then Andy insert himself on the Epstein's case in Florida. So Virginia never mentioned any specific name. They said businessmen, they said educators, something like that. You know, any sort of titles of anybody could be, but they never mentioned any specific name. When I went over the judgment of the case from the court in New York, Southern District of New York, I explained that. So Andy pretty much already told his truth, that he did what Virginia accused him of. And then the judge even said, you didn't even dispute what Virginia had accused him for, but instead he's saying they should throw the thing out because he's under the agreement of the 2009 of Epstein and Virginia. All right, so go there and find and check it out. But what the Met Police did to clear his name was a way to pretty much keep the people in the UK at bay, where they could still remain, so people don't get angry. But Virginia, you know, in New York, it's a go ahead, move forward. All right, let's see here. I went through all of this because of this comment. I woke up to this. Is a good idea. Okay, it's a good day already. They took their time with it though. Okay, I wonder if a Scottish jury will convict. I will hope not. That perp deserves a year worth of drinks and honorary. Key to the city, in my opinion, a hero for our times. Well, Andrew put himself in this position, so these are the consequences. Karma, karma. Life is only good as your mindset. Okay, oh child. Okay, fine by me. Modern art. Happy Friday. I love the Scots. There's that. Okay, let's move on. I took longer on this tweet than I should have. Next tweet. There's this here. Okay, so there's the squad who were just being silly over the weekend. There's the heart, and then the GIF picture of Harry and Meghan. And then the squad went to work. And this is why I keep on saying the squad don't really need to go on the hate, on the Karen's, you know, tweets to do nonsense. Look at this, is just the tweet from the squad, from Myra. A heart, and then just a picture of Harry and Meghan. That's it. And then the conversation going. You see? The conversation goes. All right. And it has 785 likes, 85 retweets, 5 quote tweets. All right. So these are people who tweeted out. Okay. They're sexy even when they're being goofy. Okay. And this is why when you see Harry's talking in Meghan's ear, Meghan be cracking up. Who knows what silly stuff they're saying to each other. All right. And this is the innocence that they present to us. And then the tabloid just went at work to destroy them. My goodness. Yeah. This is what we were. If the tabloid or Egghead let these two be, we would have get so much more from these two. So much more. But he rather wants to destroy them. And they're like, okay, I'm out. And then they went private. And, you know, when a place is toxic, it's not what you want. This is not the environment you want. You just get yourself out of there. This should be a very good example to a lot of people, including children. Even a couple years ago, I'm saying a couple years, maybe 2 years ago, when I first started doing, focusing on this channel with Harry and Meghan. And I think I did one video where I said parents should use Meghan's example as a way to teach their children. And this is another example of it. So everybody could learn from Harry and Meghan. There's a toxic environment. If you were in there, remove yourself. You know, you need your mental health to be as perfect as it could be. Because without a good mental health, there's no way of moving forward. All right, they're so sexy when they're being goofy. I love this photo. Can you imagine them, say 70 or 80 years old, still looking at each other this way? Because I can. They like each other. Love it. Love it. Okay, I rewatched the interview yesterday, and you can really feel the positivity they hope to bring as working royals. Yep. This is what I was saying from this picture. They show us who they are, and then they destroy them because of that. Meghan definitely understood the assignment and wanted to use her new role to bring issue and causes needed attention to the forefront. They wanted to work. Yep. And I said this so many times. I think when they were dating, before anybody else knew they were dating, they were discussing if we do this, if we do that, how are we going to move forward? How are we going to do this? How are we going to... And then this is the thing that even though Harry already said from the date, he already knew he loved her, but like he had to up his game. But I think once they move on to the next stage of wanting to see each other a little bit more, I think they were starting to set plan how we want to move forward. Because both of them were already old. They were adult. There was no more game to be played anymore. They were not in their teens or early 20s where you could fool around. And I'm pretty sure, Harry have done that. Harry have lived his life, even though many part of it were in pain. But when he goes out to have fun, he had fun. Okay, so now by the time he met Meghan, I think it was all business. He was ready, and both of them were ready. They both were at adult age where they wanted to move forward. And I think, yeah, it was time for them to move forward with their life, to be in a serious part. And Harry, from his 20s, he already created organization, sent to Bali, and all of this. So he was ready. He wanted someone to share these kind of things and to help him and move forward, because he knew his family were not, even though you could see even as they were leaving, he wanted to still be there and help them and be in the business, but they were rejecting him. And he was like, I'm wasting my time with you, meaning his family, the royal family. And then Harry and Meghan, they wanted to work. You see that few seconds they were there, Meghan was there. Look how much she did. Like this person said, Meghan understood the assignment. The minute she got there, create cookbook, this all sort of stuff for charities. I'm pretty sure there's so many much more she did that we're not even aware of. Because many of the things that she wanted to do, she even said, and when all four were on the stage, she doesn't mind being in the background.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
So she understood the assignment. She knew what she was getting herself into, but the lazies were, they realized that Meghan's hard work and Harry's hard work were pretty much opening the Pandora box, let it open the can of worm. People will notice how lazy they are. So they wanted to just go cut ribbons, which Harry and Meghan didn't mind them doing, and then they stay in the background, but they didn't realize to take advantage of that, instead of throwing the hate campaign against them. If they had just sit down, shut their mouth, and do go cut ribbon, and then when the project is done, go sit and pretend that you're aware of what was going on, then things would have been fine, because the whole point is the focus were on the charities. Harry and Meghan knew that, but those idiots, they always want the spotlight. They could never capture it. Look at the other day, I was reading one of the tweets. Someone said there were some people in wheelchair bound who went to see them, right? Who went to see, I believe it's William and Kate. I don't know if it was just one or both of them. He didn't even look at them, give them a side eye and just go. All right? So these, the two future, they don't even understand the role that they have in. If it was Harry and Meghan, they would have stopped to thank them for the time they took to come and see them. But the others, yeah, you were supposed to come and see me. So from this point on, a lot of people will not want to be near them. But you know what? Let's read some comment. Okay, there's that. Where is it? Meghan definitely understood the assignment and wanted to use her new role to bring issues and causes needed attention to the forefront. They wanted to work. Okay, I think she understood the work part of the assignment, but not the quote, we will mess with your mental health and your husband's mental health, end quote, part of the assignment. I mean, this is why they left. Okay, this is why they left. Nobody should ever mess with anybody else's mental health. If they were upfront with them, okay, this is where I said this is the royal family biggest mistake. If they were upfront with them and said, no, I don't want this, I don't want that, believe me, Meghan would have known already. But the thing is that they show themselves one way in front of Harry and Meghan, and then behind their back is something completely different. Okay, and I said this from the get-go. This is their biggest mistake. This was their biggest mistake, for saying yes to Harry to marry her when they didn't really mean it. If they were truthful with Harry, whether or not Harry would have leave the royal family and get married with her, either way, all right, at least Meghan would have understand the point of view of the royal family, will not even want to deal with them, try to be nice with them or anything like that. She would have known. But instead, look at this. Charles walked her down the aisle. I'm telling you, this guy fooled me completely. Even though when I saw it, I was like, oh, Meghan is a self-made, she didn't need anybody to walk her beside her own father. Okay, once we know what the father was all about, we were like, Meghan could, well, at least I was, Meghan could do that herself. She could walk herself down the aisle. But he wanted the freaking spotlight every chance that he get. So they did all of this nonsense, and then he took part of the spotlight. He fooled me. And for this, I will never forgive him for that. He fooled me for being so freaking backstabber. You know, the snake that he is, showing me he's a good person, but in the back he's doing all of this BS. And then, to add to my anguish of him, is that during the lawsuit, the copyright case, little did I know that he's berating Harry and then telling Harry for Meghan to go to Mexico to meet her father. Okay, thank God Meghan is a very intelligent person to say, no, I don't need to go over there. This could be done with the letter. And then from that, we get to see all the true things. We get to know it's the other brother who's part of it.
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household, according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
And then we get to know it's the other brother who's part of it.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point, unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Is they wanted her to go to Mexico? Who knows for what? Because there's FaceTime. There's a lot of things that can be done without flying over there. You know, you could send a letter, which is what Meghan did. You could do FaceTime. There's a telephone you could call. That just reminds me when one of Princess Diana's secretary was explaining when they were at a meeting to discuss what type of work they want to do, where the room full of Charles people and then a small group of Princess Diana people were there, and then they were discussing who should do that, and then they said, oh, let's write a memo to the Queen, see if the Queen will want to do it. And then Princess Diana was like, there's the phone right there, just pick it up and call. This is another example of that.
So what would you say small is?
Well, we ran the Princess Diana operation worldwide ultimately on me, 3 secretaries, and a few support staff.
And Prince Charles' staff at that time, how many people?
Well, it was knocking over a couple of hundred, I think. Can I tell a little story?
Please.
Before they split up, Charles and Diana twice a year would have a program meeting where they would sit with their staffs and plan their diaries for the next 6 months. And this had obviously begun when the Prince was a bachelor, as a kind of a get-together with his close advisors to decide what they were going to do. And it had morphed into this huge meeting. The Prince's people on one side of a long table, and Diana and her people on the other. And the last couple of these meetings that we had, I can remember there was Diana and me, and maybe a lady in waiting. And there'd be maybe 20, 30, 40 people on the other side of the table. It was a stark visual reminder of what had happened to what had been previously a united household. But because we were that small, it reflected Diana's own preferences to be responsive, to react quickly to things, and she didn't like red tape. She was very good at doing her work, very disciplined, but she didn't like officialdom. So one time, the Prince of Wales was debating whether or not to do a particular engagement, and he wondered if his mother might do it instead, and his private secretary said, well, I will write a memo to the Queen's private secretary. And Diana leaned across the table and said, there's a telephone over there, why don't you pick it up and ask her yourself? And he did, like a man in a daze. And he went to the telephone, he picked it up, he got put through to the Queen. The Queen said, yes, of course I'll do it. And he came and sat back at the table. and looked at Diana as if she was some sort of a miracle worker, because everything else was a wonderful British bureaucracy. Diana knew how to cut through it to get what was required.
Okay, this is another example of that. This Meghan, Charles wanted her to fly out, and then that's telephone. And then Meghan took it the other way to make sure that the father get it. And I think that was Diana's work behind giving Meghan the common sense and the idea. Even I'm just saying, okay, how the spiritual world work. Help Meghan to come up with the idea and say, write the letter instead. And then little did we know the domino effect of it. We know it's the brother who was behind all of this. Okay, to try to defeat Meghan into the lawsuit. Okay, everybody revealed themselves. Now we know where each players are. So we don't have to assume, move forward blindly. We know where everybody are, which side they are on. So all of this is well. We just know who they are. They reveal themselves. So now we can, when we go to their house, if they ever do, it's bring your own water. Okay? If they offer you food, no thank you. All right? Just eat before you go over there. Fill your stomach to go over there. The only thing you could use if you ever go over there is to use the bathroom. Okay? To relieve yourself. But never drink any water. Never eat any cookies. Anything that they give you, don't put in your mouth, because you know that inner core is rotten. So all is good. All the headache that they put Harry and Meghan through, at the end of the day, it was all good. Why? Because they all reveal themselves. We know who they are, how each of them, the backstabber that they are. And some tweet I came across where the tabloid said Charles is inviting Harry and Meghan to come and stay whenever they are in the UK or something like that. Why will they go there? When you took their security away when they were most vulnerable. Why will you go there? And this is why I did that video a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago. It has been done before. Never let your guard down with these people. I don't know. I saw all of this leading up to that. All right, some of you who are new, visit some of my old videos, especially the beginning of this channel, because from that point on, I was educating myself. I was seeing who the players are, and little at a time, I'm creating different little videos here and there, things that I see and I share with you. None of them were like tweet videos, but now I see they all coming back. They all relevant. All right, let me move out of this. Let's go to another one. I just waste, I think, at least 2 or 3 minutes. I ran to something was making noise in the bathroom. It's one of the toothbrushes, the electronic toothbrushes. I had to go and turn it off. Everybody's sleeping. It was gonna wake people up. All right, next tweet. Okay, that's Joanne. Chill. Yeah, that was the picture. All right, that was the picture. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was the picture of Harry. Damn. Okay. That's me responding. Harry is packing. Okay, no, that's Joanne here. Harry is packing. Okay, there's me responding. Friday night, all cougars are out. 7 people like it and people are laughing. Okay, Joanne, I'm going to tell Zuzu. I say your mommy's been a bad girl. He, perfection. Okay, yes, for sure. That's me responding to that. Sis, what are you doing to us? Okay, Sussex What Podcast. There's a GIF of Meghan. Just looking at her boo. Okay, I hope he's delivering that package. Okay, I think it was a special delivery. Okay, Joe, you best be going to church this Sunday. I hadn't even noticed that because I was so enamored with the entire picture, but then swoon thought, no wonder Meghan's keeping him prisoner. Our conservative aristocrats have been Americanized. Just look at the swagger. God bless Americans. Okay, I'm not looking. Handsome man, that's the squad big silly. Okay, our sister has a good reason to be peaceful under a tree. Definitely. Look at the GIF. What y'all looking? Wow. Oh, right, there's this. People laughing. Wow, wow, wow. His handsome face. Okay, let's go back to this the comment Joanne did, because there's 6 comments under it. His packet. Oh, I even respond to that. I don't know what you're talking about, Meghan's book. Okay. It's plenty. Yes, he is. Packed like a suitcase. I love you. Thank you. Cougar, cougar, cougar. Okay. Let's go out of this. That should have been last because it's the funny part. Next tweet. Okay. I covered this in another video before, but I came across some more squad who's retweeting it. Okay, Pete moving next to Kim. Wow, that was quick. All right, so the squad were focusing on everything on the side, all of this. So this tweet is focusing on this. Okay, that was fast. Pete moving with Kim. All right, so they're responding to that. I didn't even know they were dating. Okay, there's this here. That's another one that the squad are talking about. Everything on the side. All right, wait till you see Britney is getting married. Something is fishy with today. All right, there's that. There's another one. Wow, have you seen Adele's new mansion? Beautiful. They're talking about that again. Okay, that's gonna be interesting since you bought a house across the street. That was really quick. Bob Saget was doing a show the night he died. Guess he had tweeted about it. Right, pumped it. Okay, right, pumped up for it. Oh well, how about her children? Okay, did they talk about Bob Saget? None of this. Bob Saget. Okay, so she just met. And yeah, he died. May he rest in peace. All right, next tweet. There's another one. Okay, people always get what they deserve eventually. Look at Adele living her best life. They retweeted Joanne. Hey guys, check out Adele new mansion. And this person retweeted out and responded to that. Again, they're just making fun of everything else. But, all right. And Australia here, and we're having record heat wave. I just can't stop staring at Adele's pool. That's the squad, just focusing on other things. Okay, I bet she has a full-time gardener just to prune her bushes. I could swim in that pool all day. People laughing. I could sit next to it on the lookout if the gardener is coming to prune the roses. I heard he comes regularly. People's laughing. I noticed not one leaf or rose petal in that pool, clear and clean. Okay, rest in peace. Okay, man, I just love to see Adele living her best life. Rose garden should be planted all around it. Adele is living her best life. Go, girl. Did she fill that pool with her tears? Okay, let's look at the picture. Okay, this is the thing here. This, whatever you spew is gonna come back to you. Karma is here. All right. If you don't, you have to look at the screen. Okay. The squad pretend they don't see something. Next tweet. Okay, how dumb can these racist monarchists be? If anyone knows anything about Tyler or Medea, you will know there won't be anything in that movie that is about those colonizing symbols of white supremacy known as the British royal family. Medea will be up to her usual dummies. All right, so she retweeted that. Brittany Gadovi. Just a reminder, this is created and starred in by the same man who allowed Harry and Meghan to stay in his home 100% free. Thank God for that, because at the time when you need safety for your family, whew, child, I just can't imagine the headache that they were going through. My goodness, pull your security and everything. This is something. All right, so let's continue with the tweet. He also sent a private jet to take them from Canada to the US before the borders closed. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. This how they sang for their supper. Nothing is ever free, shameful. So what is it their business? I don't understand these people. Why is it any of this is their business? But thank God she mentioned this to know what Tyler Perry did. And at the time, this is shameful. People don't know compassion. This is how crazy these people are. And this is how I'm seeing it. To say all of these things, good things that Tyler Perry did, is shameful. All right, the squad knows. We will always pray for Tyler Perry safety and for the things that he did, to always be fruitful in everything that he set his mind to. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. And then Hollywood, I think several videos about Tyler Perry, his hardship getting into the business, how they didn't accept him in Hollywood. And this is why, sometimes the bad things that happen to you, you could learn from it and make you push yourself to do much more. Because Hollywood rejected Tyler Perry, and this is why now he has, what is it? Is it Georgia? His movie set is. All right. During the pandemic, guess what? Those people who rejected him in Hollywood went to him to create their movies, because at that time, I don't know, during the pandemic, Hollywood was locked down and all of that, but he had certain protocol that goes in to work in his space. And I believe he created certain little houses. I forgot. If I come across it, maybe I'll make a video about it. Where whoever's working in certain movie set, keep them in that bubble so they don't get out at all. So to expose them to the pandemic, and he will have, I don't know if they pay for it, who pay for the food or anything like that, but the bubble to keep whoever we're filming together, so they don't have to be exposed to to COVID. They create housing for them, and then the food will be delivered to them and all of that. So these people who rejected him during the pandemic went to him, and he made a lot of money during the pandemic because his studio was being used. All right. So people should learn from other people's experience. Okay. But these people, because they've been calling people savages. Okay. They create the word savage. They give minorities the word savages, but they are the one pointing finger, whatever negativity they were pointing at. They are the one who are that. Because why would you say this is shameful? This is good thing that Tyler Perry did, but you're saying this is shameful? Why? What was he supposed to do? Add to Harry and Meghan's pain? Okay, so he has the mean, and he had a house that was empty. He was like, hey, go to California. I have this house. Stay there. You're not bothering me for any shape or form. Get yourself together, because the house was already empty. Go sort yourself out. All right? Here, take that and things like that. We will always be praying for Tyler Perry to see the need, to do the initiative of providing his help to them. And thank God Harry and Meghan took it, because a lot of people could have been very selfish, don't know how to humble themselves to say, thank you, I need that. Instead, they will put the facade of, oh, I'm a prince, I'm this, I don't need your thing. All right? They could have easily done that. But what did they do? They humbled themselves and said, thank you, I'll take this. Meanwhile, let me sort myself out. Guess what? What did Meghan and Harry did during that time? She created a book and made millions. Okay? Observing her husband with their children. Create a simple book, make millions. All right? Put them in that comfort zone to sort themselves out. They did that. We need to look at ourselves. What the hell did we do during the pandemic? My ass was home. I didn't have the mindset to say, let me create a book. All right? So, but anyway, so let's go to that. These people are savages. To say a good deed is shameful. My goodness. Let's see. Is she serious? Ladies and gentlemen, we have contender of the dumbest tweet of the year. She probably one of those that think TP, Tyler Perry's, or rap mogul too. Shaking my head. Okay, rap mogul, Tyler Perry, OMG, that's funny. Okay, and these people get up every day and walk around among us. That's right. Tyler is getting free promotion due to her foolishness. Yep, not that he needed it. There's this. I hope they rage sign up for Netflix again. Can't wait to see the spoof Marcella, Madel, and the frown that Medea return is gonna be lit. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my goodness, this one I went through. All right, there's Vanessa Nugent. Today I found out my neighbor who won't get vaxxed caused it, quote, messes with her Botox and, quote, is a deranger. She said she hates Meghan because Meghan is the second coming of Diana, as, end quote, they're both disrespectful. Diana went on TV to disrespect Charles, and so did Meghan, end quote. I think I respond to it. Let's go to my comment. Okay, Meghan set the record straight. If the royal didn't invade her space along with the tab, meaning the tabloid, she would have mind her business. Why these people always feel the royals have the right to disrespect anyone? May Princess Diana put the word out for her and anyone with the same mindset. They need to go to some stuff. Okay. Yeah, Meghan and Harry just set the record straight. You see, all the tabloid were saying all those BS, and then nobody in the royal family said a thing to set the record straight. So they had to set it straight before they could move forward, because these kind of things were things that were giving her mental issues, because nobody set the record straight. And Meghan thought these people would be fair. They weren't fair with her. All right, they were willing to lie and protect the others, but this, they couldn't even come out and set the record straight. So she had to do it herself. Okay, let's see here. Meg and Diana disrespectful. Meg and Diana slander tolerated, not now or ever. All right, I have to say it is the first time I hear about hater who hates Diana too. You know, with Diana's protection up there in heaven, putting the word out to God and say, I was there, I was in that position, I know how it felt. You need to do this, you need to do that, because I know how it felt. All right, now that she's in heaven, she can't feel those things anymore. So she's going to make sure her son, her second son, and her daughter-in-law don't experience that anymore. And then with our help, we're going to make sure to keep on praying for them. All right, why would waste your energy on that undesirable? Okay, I don't. She's my neighbor and feels compelled to conversate every time she brings my mail when it gets accidental delivered to her house. That's the laugh. She can't. Does she knows that she feel the other way about them? I guess they're all into her business, meaning that Meghan and Harry's business. Okay, I feel for you. She sounds like a nosy piece of work. I remember when I found out one of my pals were a Trumpster. Oh my God. I told her straight up how I felt. She left me a nasty text. I deleted, and we haven't seen or spoken since. Good luck. In one of my videos, I was discussing that sometimes you need to let people know, set the record straight so you can move on with your peace of mind. Because these people, they don't know peace. All right? They think they're nonsense. Everybody feels the same way as them, and then disturb your peace of mind. Sometimes you can be nice all the time. Okay? So what's your plan? 1, keep all conversation at the greeting level. 2, advise that you're a Sussex squad and refer back to 1. Or 3, advise that you're a Sussex squad with a qualified warning. Or 4, wait for next hateful statement and then go full on scary neighbor on her. You know, because she lives right next to you. I don't know if she bought her house or she's renting. If it's renting, is a different story. If it's a property you own, that's where you have to be careful. You have to think into that. All right, you have to move cautious. Just say, oh, I don't want to talk about this. All right, and just move on. But if it's a rental house and you could easily move anytime you want, all right, set the record straight. Say, look, I don't see your view, or whatever you feel is best, depend on the personality of your neighbor. Set the record straight. Just be careful. If it's your house, okay, you own it, just think of the damage that they could do and then money for you to repair. And then if it's a rental property, go full blast on her. Because anything that they break, it's not your problem. This is what happens sometimes. In the US, I don't like to buy properties. If I buy a property, it will have to be way away from everybody. Okay, huge space. My neighbors is miles away. But if you live in the city, you have to be careful. Okay, let's see here. Well, if that's the real reason, she won't like Charles for disrespecting his parents in the Dembleby book and doing an interview confessing his affair before Diana's interview, and Meghan never uttered Charles' name. That's right, in the interview. So what's the real reason? Jealousy? That is true. Okay, Diana was so much better than them, than the royals. She was British, she was beautiful, she had grace, she was taller and super popular, and they are now upset because Meghan is getting connected to Diana now through Harry, and she too is better than them, and Karens are upset. Okay, you need new neighbors. That is true. I actually think she will outlive me. Oh my God. Vanessa is something. I actually think she will outlive me. Bitter people live long. That is true. Look at the queen. She's close to 100. Look at her. She deserves a like. The last time was the friend or the colleague of your friend, I forgot. And now your neighbor. Girl, you entourage. Entourage. Oh my God. The other one was my boyfriend's former colleagues. There's a laugh. Karens are everywhere. Vanessa, it's funny. At least you found out that she really is. That is true. When you know who they really are, you just know to keep your space. All right, I really knew she was not because of the anti-vax. Let me stop laughing. I really knew she was not because of the anti-vaccine stance. OMG, what did you say? Get nothing. I was too busy trying to get away from her unvaxxed over Botox face. Okay, knowing that she's anti-vax, so she's keeping her distance. Like, I don't want to be near you. And the US is going to have it's going to go through some stuff now. I don't know. In some shape or form, I think, how do you call this? The COVID that they let in is going to level things out, because you have the Supreme Court said that President Biden can force people to have vaccine, and then you have some anti-vaxxers who's going nuts. And I think today, if I'm not mistaken, today there's supposed to be a rally in Washington, D.C. regarding anti-vax. Let me see this. Washington, D.C. rally anti-vax. Let's see. I don't know. Is there something? Yeah. Anti-mandate protest reportedly set for DC on Sunday. So it's tomorrow. Okay? So they're going to have that. I'm telling you, COVID is going to settle everything out, because these people are freaking Trumpsters. They don't vote the way the country is going, and then they don't want who's getting the COVID. There's something I came across. I don't know if it was in Washington, D.C. or Washington State or something like that, where a husband was ventilator, and then the how do you call this? The doctor said they've done enough. They were gonna pull the plug, and then the wife was did some sort. Let me look. Okay, wife. Let's do. I'm just typing random things. See what pops up. Wife refused to remove husband from what is it ventilator. I'm just typing random keywords, see what popped up. Random after doctor I don't know, want to pull, that's too much now, pull the plug. Let's see what happened here. If something popped up. COVID patient 5 days ago. That's probably COVID patient flown to Texas after Minnesota doctor. So it was in Minnesota. Okay. So there's this here. The doctor did everything that they can. And then, okay. So that husband got COVID. Okay. Okay. There's this here. Let's read the thing here. Doctor planned to take a COVID patient off a ventilator. Okay. Her plea was simple. Court absent order from the court. Yep. That's the one. You know, let me read the first paragraph, and I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Doctor told Ann Carter last Tuesday over her objection that they will take her husband off ventilator she believed was keeping him alive. They plan to do it at noon Thursday. Connor had 48 hours to save her husband and will need almost all of them. The next day, she sued Mercy Hospital, where doctor in the Coon Rapids, Minnesota ICU had been treating her 55-year-old husband, Scott Quenter, for COVID-19 for more than 2 months. According to court document and a GoFundMe page set up to raise money for his medical care. Her plea was simple, quote, absent an order from the court restraining defendant Mercy Hospital from turning off the ventilator, my husband will die, end quote. On Thursday, a judge signed just such an order. It came down to at 10:34 a.m., handing Crenner a victory with 1 hour 26 minutes to spare. All right, so she filed this and whatever. And I think they had to float her to another state. You could read that. But these people, okay, when they are well and their health is good, they think they are invincible. And I've told you, people who've been following me, I very rarely get sick. But when I do get sick, I'm out of commission. This is why I take the COVID from the get-go very seriously. Okay? Very seriously. And I made sure my kids know it's very important. Guess what? When my son, my oldest, tested positive for COVID, even though I knew it was a false result, because I didn't do anything different. I didn't give him extra medicine or anything. We were still doing the same thing around the house. And I knew it was a mistake because I've been being isolated. My son was freaking locked in his room playing video game most of the time whenever he's free. So there's no way. So we were doing the same thing. And then all of us get tested again. All of us come negative. I knew it was a false thing. Okay, but the minute the positive thing came in, guess what my son was doing? This is why you have to keep talking to your kids. Whenever he kept being in his room. My youngest slept in the same room, even though he came positive. I knew it was a false thing. But what he did, what my son did, okay, whenever he walked out of the room, he had his mask on. Okay, I give him a plastic glove, one of those disposable glove, whenever he's moving around. Okay, if he's going to the bathroom or whatever, to put the glove on, so I don't have to keep on cleaning, wiping the doorknobs or things like that. I give him a plastic glove to put in whenever he's stepping out. Okay, but occasionally when I think about it, and I wipe the doorknobs. All right, those kids, when you speak to them, they take it very seriously. My husband was like, oh, you don't need to wear that. And my youngest came like, well, Dad, he has to take that serious, this and that. Okay, my youngest was saying that. All right, so my whole point for all of this rant is that COVID is going to level things out. Okay, when it comes to voting, those anti-vaxxers, those people who's preventing the country from moving forward, they won't be at the voting booth to cast their vote. That's the way I see it. Okay, because we know COVID exists. We know millions of people have died from it. We know how it transmitted. All right, it doesn't stop it, but we know how it transmitted. If you don't wear a mask, why the hell will you go and then do a rally, and then all of these people, probably one or two of them probably have it, and then spread it? All I know is after Sunday, we're going to be extra careful, because these people are going to go over there to bring the COVID to their community. All right, my kids already know. All right, so I bookmarked this. Let's see. I hope those who feel hating on others for no reason is the way to go. Feel the pain and suffering their victims felt. It's the only way I see these trolls will stop. If it's good to spew, it's good to receive. When they're going through their pain and suffering, I don't want to know about it. Okay, what was this about? Okay, so Henry VIII tweeted that, and that was my response to it. It gotten worse for the tabloid and trolls over 2021 and now into 2022. Engagement is diminishing for Meghan and Harry hate. I just saw a troll account with 25,000 followers whose day-old Meghan hate job was a day-old less than 500 likes. Okay, so they have that many followers and then only this amount of likes. So they're still wondering. So that's me responded to it. 8 people like it. This restores some of my faith in the goodness of humankind. Maybe some people have woken up to what they are allowing themselves to be part of. This is where our prayers, let the blind see. Okay, hate for some low life prophet. What kind of a way? What kind of way is that to live during this very short period of time on this planet? Yeah, this is what I'd be saying. 5 years from now, it's going to be very difficult to slander the Sussexes. Yeah, great to know. Good. They need to get a new hobby. Wonderful. And little did we know is that I didn't know about Buzzy. He a little thing that what is it? It was through a comment. He was getting hate from, and then prompted him to start looking into hate account and then publish things. Little did they know that troll didn't know what Buzzy does for a living, and then you know, a professional, and then fishing out those who's behind all of the hate comment, all the hate campaign. All right, and I think when I first come across it, and I was saying about the angels and heaven, his mom, and all of that. Let's go to some of my old videos. All right, next tweet. Prince William will visit Dubai on February 10 at the request of the British Foreign Office. I'm telling you, those people, the government and all of that, they really want to abolish the monarch. You know why? Because why would you send him? What is it? I think Charles, okay, with that, was it pay for honor or something like that? The mess that he was in, and he was trying to take Harry down with him, and Harry was like, nope, don't get me into your mess because I warn you not to deal with these people. So now they want to get this one into it so people could start calling foul on him. He should have known. This is what happened. The unspoken contract that they have with the tabloid. So there's the triangle working hand in hand. The government is sending him to go over there, and then next thing you know, the tabloid is going to talk about it. Okay, let me start all over. Prince William will visit Dubai on February 10 at the request of the British Foreign Office. Kensington Palace announced it'll be the Duke's first official visit to the UAE, and we'll see him highlight 2 Royal Foundation programs while they're, quote, at Earthshot Prize and United for Wildlife. I'm not even going to read this. So I'm thinking this is the summary of all of that. It's the comment that made me bookmark this. Okay, is highlight the new way of saying beg some money. All right, there's here. That will be another visit to Dubai by another royal within a 2-month period. What is going on? Okay, these are not the squad. Let's go into that. Okay, no UK royal went to Dubai in last few months, and Prince William is going to visit by invitation. He is a prince of UK, and will also be handling some business regarding the Earthshot and United for Wildlife. Okay, the same cover business as usual. There's people putting screenshot. Revealed British royals met tyrannical Middle East monarchies over 200 times since Arab Spring erupted 10 years ago. Okay, in one of my videos, I spoke about that. I didn't use the word Arab Spring. I think I spoke about when President Obama first elected, the joy that went around the world. Okay, so to put people at bay, to make sure there was no progress, this is what these people were doing in the background. They went to work, because when everybody is enlightened, their position is at stake. All right, so to sum up what I said in that other video, that would be okay, I read that. How is he getting there? The royal family is working hard to have the UAE as part of the Commonwealth. Also, the Royal Foundation program are calling card to gain resources and money for the royal heirs. What have they done? Throughout the centuries, they've been collecting free money, but yet they don't have. Okay, Uncle Andrew taught him well then. Okay, someone has taken over metals, jewels, and arms royal businesses. UK government use royal to sell weapons and ammunition where money is, and it's in rich oil countries. That is why they protect the royal family, even if it means denying Harry and Meghan security. Oh, please, this is another look at me. I'm doing good PR distraction campaign. All right, the nefarious dealings will continue. The money laundering really need to be investigated. That's for the UK to the UK voters. Okay, when it's time to vote, who are you putting in position? But then again, the royal family have people in every position. They could have people as the Tory, they could have people as the Labour, they could have people as neutral. Okay, they play all cards. This is what I've learned. So, hey, is up to the UK. Let me move on. Okay, so I saw it and I thought I share with you, but mostly because of the comment. Okay, the comment. There's more, but I'm moving on. I'm already an hour. Okay, there's this. Their last joint engagement in December versus the ones from today and yesterday, rolling eye. You can always tell when criticism breaks through and they are told to look like they like each other. All right, so was I think like in December or something like that. And then I think recently they went on some engagement where they pretending they had a different kind of a vibe. All right, so people were telling them the last time you went out there, don't show that kind of face, do something else, and then they all pretend. All right, she is definitely thinking about it. Okay, it's also been fairly obvious that while Kate sometimes make an effort, okay, Egg is just blowing off advice to act like he at least likes his wife in public. Sadly, it makes sense. Becoming royal has been the only goal in Kate's life, but Egg, she's just his insignificant consort. In some way, I don't know. I've said this before. I think that I don't know. In some pictures, I think Kate really liked them. It's him. It's him. All right, with that privileged mindset that he grew up in. You know, everything should be him. So he never take anybody really seriously. Anybody who's in his life is like abject. All right, not really a person. It's just abject. All right. So unlike Harry have true feeling for his wife, or probably anybody who was in Harry's life. You could look from when Harry was a child, picking up a puppy, every little animal that he come across, he wants to touch them, wants to caress them and all of that. This one, no, okay? Bullion is used to tabloid protection, where they label the pics of his disdainful glares at Kate as, quote, loving, end quote, and that's enough for him, so he won't pretend to like Kate. You see, there's people who say that. Kate puts more effort into the act because she is aware of social media views of her sham marriage, and it wounded her pride. Yep, I agree with that. Okay, there have been so many engagements where it was clear she was hitting flippant photo marks and he just blew right past them. Yep. Okay, when I see images of the two together, I'm reminded of the, quote, War of the Whales, and quote, toward the end. The expression, quote, be careful what you wish for, and quote, always come to mind. Okay, can you show photos of Diana and Charles and die years before they divorced and put the alongside the Kate and Riley's photo like the ones above? I see Diana's same unhappy, sulky face, and Diana and Charles on Wiley and Kate. I wonder if Bones will actually grant and bear it for a title and status over sanity. Okay, Google is free. Oh, Henry was like, Google is free, go do it yourself. Okay, beautiful. Okay, gee, the sparks are flying between them, huh? Bones can't hide her unhappiness all the time, but she is definitely trying harder than Scott. I think so too. They are Charles and Diana a few years before the divorce. Can Bond ambition get Diana the better of her and stick with the husband who has nothing but aversion for her and does not even hide his disdain for her? I mean, in the future, we're gonna find out when they fly together what happened in the plane. When they visit the special engagement, we will know. All right, so that's it. The last tweet was it for the royal family. All right, so this one I saw by Chris Heaven. Kitty looking out for baby. Look at this. I didn't even listen.
It's a snack.
Let's see.
Let's go get a snack. Okay, so you being hard-headed. Hey, let that go. Hey, let it go. Because if you fall out this window, they gonna blame me. Now let it go. Okay, good job. Good job. Now let's go get us a snack. Let's go get a snack. Okay, so you being hard-headed. Hey,
All right. When I saw this, I didn't even listen to the audio until now. There's me here responding to it. I always thought Kitty was lazy and always know the most comfortable spot in the house. I used to have a cat until I became allergic to it and I had to give it to my sister. This cat was like, quote, kid, I have 9 lives, you have 1. So one person like, okay, cat more responsible than the person videoing. I mean, they're right there. If the child were to, some kids have very strong upper body strength. So if the kid was lifting himself up, all right, you know, look how high the wall is, the balcony is. So there's enough time to run and move the child. But I think he was safe right there. If, for instance, okay, wherever the cat is, the child is able to get up to this is very dangerous. This house is very dangerous for the child. If the child is able to climb up where the cat is, that's very dangerous. Then by now, the kid's height toward this handrail is different. All right? So they will have to put something to further protect the child. But right here at the bottom, I think the child is safe. And is that a slide door on the side? So if they have a slide door, this slide door should always be locked. Okay? So the child don't push it. That's one thing, you know, be careful of. All right, but right now where the child is and the person is recording, I think the child is safe. Okay, cat no more responsible than the person videoing. Okay, I could watch this 1,000 times. The voice recorder is perfect. I'm so glad I read this because I was watching with sound off, which was already something. Dude trained the cat to do this so he could sit on the couch taking video. I'm telling you, when you have kids, the worst age is when they just starting to walk. When they starting to walk, because you have to watch every single thing. That was the worst part for me with my kids. Then once they started understand danger, once they get, let's say not one, I'll say three, then when you take them to the park, at least you could sit and just watch. But when they start walking, everywhere they go, you have to walk with them. All right? So let me leave that. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? What should we pray for? Prayer for, yesterday I did video for world peace. Let's do let the blind see. Okay? Prayer, let the blind see. Okay, let's see if there's a side prayers. There's none. There's none. Lately I've been liking going into the website. Let's see if there's one. Prayers. Okay, prayerist. All right. I like the ones where they... All right, let's do this one, out of the blue. Okay, and then I'll step out to go get the image. And then if the image has a picture, I'll use that as well. Because I like to use a picture on the thumbnails. I don't know why. Okay, I'm just explain my process with you. Okay, oh Jesus, my great healer, my vision has been blurry lately. The fear of losing my sight is giving me sleepless night. But dear Jesus, the word says that there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. I surrender my health to you. I cancel and nullify any generational curses in my family line that cause people to have eye problems in the name of Jesus. Lord, give me faith to believe that my eyes will be well again. Please open my eyes to your word so that I can see scriptures that will build my confidence and help me to stand firm on your healing promises. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Let me copy this link so I could share with you. All right. I like whatever website that I go to, I like to leave it for you guys to check yourself. All right, so I'm just copying the link and you guys could check it. Check the description, it will be there. So now I'm moving out of there and I'm gonna go to image, see if there's anything. Let the blind see. Prayer for, where is it? Let's do this one. Okay, morning prayer. Lord, reveal to me the way you see me. Do not let me be blind to my sin. Lord, you are my salvation and my life. Okay, so let's leave this. All right, for all those people who are hiding behind whatever it is, showing people some a facade of things, but deep inside they are rotten. Let them reveal themselves to people so we can move forward in a reasonable path. So we know who's what as we move forward. So we can make our plan much better. All right, this is what let the blind see is for me. Okay. Let the blind see. If we weren't able to see people's full intention, we want to know so we could make educational, not only guess, educational decision, the right decision for our life so we can move in a peaceful way. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. It's the same link and both of my channel if you want to support. If you put one, it's the same for the other. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna do video number 2. That will be on PYTE Team Sussex because I think it's a little bit political. All right, that's it.